Good afternoon and welcome to another segment of Off the Cuff Live with Deb here at the Staged Homes Real Estate Office located at 335 Main Street. I am the broker owner, and here at Staged Homes Real Estate we offer free professional home staging to all our sellers. So be sure to check out our links of our before and after photos at www.stagedhomesrealestate.com. Today I have a special guest with me, Kathy Sabater. Thank you for joining me again, right? Because we have such great synergy, like it's perfect, right? We have a lot of topics that we want to cover, and Kathy, being an educator, I love having you on the show because you always bring some very interesting topics that are really relevant to today's buyers and sellers, right? And so today we're going to talk about something I'm personally excited about because you're working on a project for me, right? So now I get to have like firsthand knowledge of how this is actually going to work. And this is an equity gift. So an equity gift, the way I understand it, we have a piece of property and there's relationship between the seller and the buyer, whether it's friendship, whether it's family, whatever connectivity, landlord, right? And they want you to be able to purchase their house. So correct me if I'm wrong, they can give a gift equity, right? If there's equity in the home, to allow for a down payment. For example, a 20% down payment. So like I have a property, for example, that I want to purchase right now. It's $900,000. I have a relationship with the seller who wants to do a gift equity for me for the 20% down, which is $180,000, plus the closing cost. Is that possible? And tell me how that would work.
Great. So the way it works is that you have a gift of equity in that you have to make sure that all the numbers match out.
Okay.
So that relationship that you talked about is there, right?
Right.
So once we have that, then we do the calculations.
Okay.
And you are actually purchasing a home with no money down.
I know. That's what's crazy.
Right. Because the seller, based on some special negotiations that you'll be doing as a realtor.
That's right. And I'm a very special negotiator.
That's
right? So I know how to do that part. So we just needed to have the creativity, because there's a lot of people in today's market where a seller really does want to sell. They're in a position to do a gift equity, right? Because in essence, based on how we structure the numbers, it's not like they're giving away the equity.
Right.
They're not giving away the equity. A gift equity is not for that purpose, right? So
this does two things.
Okay.
Right, because most of the time the gift of equity is mostly for family members. So for example, I'm an older person and I have
Kathy, you're not that old.
No, I'm giving a sample.
Gosh,
not me.
Okay.
Because we only got so much time. But this is the key, right? So why not give a gift to your family members now while you're here?
Okay, that's only if they want to make a purchase, though.
Right.
Like on the house.
Right. So, but that's how it started.
Okay.
It started that I'm a family member, so do I have to wait for the trust and wait for things to happen? Or do I use my equity now to help my family member?
That's right.
So that was how that was born.
Okay.
But it's also can be used, as we talked about, with special relationships that you have with the owner, in that if you make the numbers work, you are now allowing someone to go with a zero down loan.
That's right. And so what's beautiful about this is we're at a zero down loan. So I've got my down payment covered through the seller's equity. The seller, in turn, based because of the selling price and the loans already currently against it, is still going to get their equity out. That's going to allow them to be able to move on. We save a whole lot of market time, first of all, because we're negotiating directly with seller with relationship, right? Where there's a relationship between the two. And if there isn't, then that's where I come in as your broker, because I can create that relationship link through the power of negotiation, right? And letting the seller know, because a lot of times sellers don't know they have this as an option, and buyers don't know they have it as an option. So if you want more information about the gift equity, how you can get into the real estate market with zero down, not using a VA loan, because most people thought the only way you can get into a property with zero down is VA or rural.
Or USDA.
Or USDA loans. So you don't have to do that. There are other creative ways. So the other thing I want to talk about is we talked about previously bank statements for W-2 or self-employed. Actually, self-employed. But you have a new program that is a 1-year tax return. Right? So tell me about that one.
So basically how that works is it's geared for people who are self-employed. You have to be in business for about 5 years. And so let's say last year, 2016, your net...
No, 2017.
No, let's say your 2016 net was not what you expected.
Okay.
We use 2 years tax returns usually
and
for regular
and balance them, right? You average them out. Okay.
So if you are, because most self-employed people, they have to net what they have to net so they don't have to pay as many taxes.
That's right.
Right? W-2 and people, we have to pay our taxes and then hope that we can get most of our money back.
That's right.
So with the 2017 tax, if you had something happen in 2016, you got sick, something happened.
Or in my case, We just opened our office here.
Correct.
So 2016, there was a lot of expenses going out for the opening of the office. Signage, marketing, branding, that sort of thing. The furniture, the computers, and so on. But 2017, we didn't have those expenses. It's our second year with our brick and mortar. So my tax returns for the 2017 year are going to be double what they were for 16. But had they used the 2 years tax returns for self-employed, I would have had to use my 2017 with my 2016, which was really next to nothing, which would have brought down the actual income I'm really earning because I can afford it now in 2017. It's not as a result of my 2016, returns or gains. So by doing the 1 year, I can take my 2017 and I'm able to buy it. I don't have to.
That's right. So for those people right now, we talked about it before, what are you doing with your tax return? What are you going to do with that money?
That's right.
Are you going to go on vacation? Are you going to save money?
No, you're going to buy a house. So what you're going to do, buy a house, invest.
There you go. Invest.
That's right, invest.
And if you're a homeowner, then you're going to take that and
you're going to add it to your principal.
There you go.
You could add it to your principal so that you can actually pay a 30-year mortgage off in 17 to 21 years.
Right. If you want more information on that, just give me a call and we'll discuss that.
Because a lot of people, 30-year mortgages, and maybe their retirement goals are to be. They go, well, should I get a 15-year? Should I get a 30? Get a 30 and pay an extra couple of months payment on your mortgage, or you can actually pay every 2 weeks.
You can. So there's some other strategies that we can use, because right now the new 25-year loan is now what you should be considering. So for those people who have been in their property for X amount of years, refi, cash out, or streamline, we can talk about that on the next segment.
That's right. That's great.
Then we can leverage your money so that you can then benefit from the equity of your home. As Debbie has always said, when you get real estate, that's where you really build your wealth.
It is. And we offer more than just full service real estate. Real estate just isn't about selling a house. It is not just about finding a house and putting you into a house. The reason I work with you, Kathy, is because you go above and beyond like I do. We have that great connectivity and that business ethic. So for our clients, what you get is you get a follow-up. So not only have you bought a house or sold a house, but we're going to teach you how to protect it. We're going to teach you how, to put the right insurance policies in place for your family. And we're going to talk about title. We talked about that a little bit last week, but the matter of taking title, and I've had so many clients recently pass away, and a lot of title issues coming up that are hurting the estate, that are having to go to probate, and the family's losing out in those situations. So thank you once again. I appreciate you checking in with Kathy and I live, off the cuff with Deb, and we look forward to next week. Kathy Sabater with Fairway Mortgage. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to you too.